Hey guys, it's Vince from Team 2 Legit to Crit. I want to apologize. I know I said a deck profile a day. We're still going to give you the remaining 4 deck profiles. They're going to be coming out. I missed Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Friday. You're going to be getting 3 of them today, hopefully, if I can get them all connected. I'm going to turn that off. I apologize. Yeah, my phone's been acting up on me on uploads. Wednesday, I opened up YouTube. I went to bed and let the video upload overnight, and it didn't end up working. So Thursday, I ended up working and forgetting. But I'll be able to bring you guys these deck profiles. One of them is going to be I'm going to say it's Wednesday. It's totally not. But I'm recording this one first just to let you guys know what's down. But I wanted to bring you this deck profile. It's the comeback of the big, the bad. He's here. He's meta again. Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion. He got the Legion Revival in GBTO 2, I believe. And ever since then, he's been able to come back with a vengeance, not only because of Conquest Dragon, but he actually got even more support in the Fighters collection. So, let's get started. Your starter for this deck is Lizard Soldier Scission. When this card is boosted in Vanguard, or if it's boosted anything, I'm pretty sure. When attack hits it, yep. When an attack hits a Vanguard where this guy boosts, you CB1, you pitch him in the soul to kill a grade 0. It kills those nasty GB2 starters, or GB1 starters, and if it's like another starter you don't want on the board, like a Morganrod or something like that, that still gets played, even if it's not G-Break and it's not like a grade 3 searcher they can't just toss in there, you go ahead and get rid of him. Grade 3s, obviously, 4 of the big, the bad, the Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion. Obviously, not in here for a ride target. You never want to ride him, otherwise you're not going to have the best of games. Hopefully you'll win on your stride turns, because if you end up not being able to stride while you're on him, CB3 to attack the front row and +2 is not that good. Otherwise, we've got his comrade, his secondary hand in battle. You've got Dragonic Kaiser Crimson. Effect is Legion with Vermillion, and Limit Break 4. You choose one of your opponent's Legion. You choose your Legion mate's activation skill, and it requires no cost for that turn. And you can Soul Blast 1 to gain +2k if you have another unit in the middle column. So a 21k or 22k Legion. My apologies. You activate his effect. Give your Limit Break no cost. Activate his effect. Your Legion gains +2000. Unfortunately, this is only once per turn, obviously, because then you'd be able to infinite power loop. But you activate his effect, your Legion's 24. If you Soul Blast 1, it's 26 to the opponent's front row for only 1 Soul Blast. Otherwise, it's 24, which is still a great number to hit. And that's your grade 3 count. Ooh, sorry, I'm doing this with the iPad because my phone's been acting wonky on me today. With the return of Vermillion, you've got his ace in the hole combat veteran buddy, Dusty Plasma Dragon. 12k attacker if you have a Vermillion on the Vanguard circle. Doesn't work on your grade 1 or 2, but that doesn't matter because when you have Conquest Dragon, he swings for a hefty 22 on his own. Only 3 because I do like ride targets. I'll get to that in a second, but otherwise, 4 Chadara, easily one of the best Narukami cards in the game. CB1, when the attack hits a Vanguard, you get to draw a card and find 1 card from the drop zone, so you can kill damage on flip perfect guards, and he's an 11k swinger. Not G-Break, so you can call him turn 2 and get some pressure in there if you want to draw. Unfortunately, he can't attack a rear guard, but that's not that bad. You're going to end up retiring them anyway. 1 card that retires rear guards as well is Dragonic Death Scythe. The deck does not counterblast at all anymore because of Crimson ignoring the cost. Once I find him, there he is. Crimson ignores your cost, so you have CBs to play around with. He eats up 4 CBs if I use both. It's the snipe back row, honestly, because this deck hits front row so massively heavy. It's not like Brawlers where it smacks the back row, but it has a lot of good power. Otherwise, 2 Thunderstorm Dragoon. I gotta play the original 10k Vanilla. Not only is it nostalgic for me, but I like a 10k ride target in case my opponent wants to play that grade 2 game. I have something to stop the rush. Sorry. And with the Fighters collection, we've got our new support card, Crown Holder Dragon. Oh, this card's so good. When your Vanguard hits with Kaiser in its name, you choose up to one of your units, and that unit you chose and himself get +2k. So if you put him behind, let's say, a Thunderstorm Dragoon, when your Vanguard attack hits, this column gets, if you choose Thunderstorm, this column gets +4000, and it's 21 on its own. And with being able to attack the front row, your columns are going to get pretty beefy pretty quick, especially with the strides. Best thing is he's not G-Break, so he works the moment you ride on your grade 2, by the way, or grade 3, by the way. Obviously, 4 stride enablers mandatory because stride format, and 4 perfect guards. I am looking for more Anastasia. She is hard to find and expensive, so once I get those, I'll be able to play those. Oh, I keep moving my hand. I can't. So, And finally, you still have Soul to use, so you might as well use the Rising Phoenix. It's not a minus if you slap him behind the Vanguard. It's 27 with the Legion, 31 with any strides. And finally, I keep moving my arm across the screen. I should have put the cards over here. I'm going to do that right now. There we go. Trigger count: 4 Malevolent Djinn crit, 2 Yellow Gem Carbuncle crit, 2 Spark Edge Draco Kid crit, 4 Mischievous Girl Kyon Shi draw triggers, and 4 Demonic Dragon Nymph Saibo heal triggers. 8 crit, 4 draw, standard trigger count, 4 Malevolent Djinn because it's a crit with an effect. You toss it in the soul, give your Vanguard plus 3k. It adds soul if you really need it to. It can help some columns hit some numbers if you need it to. It gives you soul for Rising Phoenix and your Legion in case you don't want to use your soul. Otherwise, big bad boss monster. We got Dragonic Kaiser Warning. I only played 2 of it, mind you, but I'll get to explain that in a minute. Its first effect, CB1, or well, only effect, CB1, flip a copy up, Generation Break 2, so he has to be your second stride. His effect is, he gains the effect of attacking the front row, just like Vermillion, and for each attack that hits, you give 2 units on your field 5,000 power. So let's say you swing at their front row, you hit 2 rear guards up front, your front row is going to be plus 10, just like Conquest Dragon. If you hit the Vanguard, it's plus 15. But thanks to Crown Holder, this really creates some incredible numbers, probably the biggest Narukami's ever been able to hit. And it's really good pressure, but I only like 2, because if you attack their front row, odds are they're not going to call another 2 cards up front in fear of another one. So, since they'll have 1 spot open, you're better off going into Conquest Dragon. Still, yep, the baddie. If your front row is open, your front row gets plus 10. And sometimes, let's say, they do call 2 up front, they might know I'm playing 2 of this, you have Death Scythe to snipe another guy up front, or worse comes to worse, your front row is only plus 5, but that's still scary. Otherwise, R2 generic stride, Lightning Dragon, Knight, Zorus. Yeah, honestly, it's one of my favorite Narukami decks. I'm so glad to be playing Vermillion again. He's finally back in the meta. Can play with him all I like, and it's like one of the funnest decks I think I've ever had to play. My one friend Brandon borrowed another friend of mine's Vermillion deck. We both have one, and he did phenomenal with it. He fell in love with the deck. It's really fun to play. Try it out if you get a chance, and if you're sitting across from the table from it, I'm very sorry. Alright, that'll be it for this deck profile, guys. Remember to rate, favorite, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later on today with another deck profile coming out. Later.